you can see, the more you around, the more you're going to find out.
Tiny diabetes in a cup sugar bomb that defined an era. Depending on where you grew up, they might have been called different names. Quarter waters, hugs, barrel juices, chugga jugs. Growing up in Ohio, if you called it juice with enough confidence near a corner store in the 80s and 90s, everybody knew what you was talking about. It was that clear plastic, grenade-filled, brightly colored, questionably flavored liquid, sealed with a thin foil top. And baby, they was everywhere. Corner stores, bodegas, house parties, after-school programs, the back of somebody's cousin's trunk, and the flavors was just colors. Red, blue, green, purple, and maybe orange. They also came in packs of 20 for $3.99, and you could throw them in the freezer and make a poor man's slushy. They made our tongues glow like a mood ring and probably stripped the enamel right off our teeth by age 10. But we didn't care. We was sugar gremlins sprinting through sprinklers. And there was only two kinds of people, the peelers and the pokers. Oh, the peelers was methodical kids. The planners, they peeled the top off that thing like they was cracking in a safe. They drank with intention, sipping slowly, pinky out, like a juice sommelier. These are the kids that grew up to send calendar invites with Zoom links already attached. These are the people that get freaky under the spreadsheets. They read instructions before assembling furniture. Then you had the pokers. The pokers were agents of chaos. No time to peel. They jabbing their fingers straight through the foil. Juice splashing everywhere like they done just popped the top off a fire hydrant. And they standing there just a proud, licking their fingers. These are the kids that grew up to be the ones that don't trust banks and always got a side hustle. They don't RSVP. They just show up. They passwords the same for everything. They'll argue with the TSA over a bottle of lotion and have the testicular fortitude or vaginal valor to actually win the argument. Yep, I was a peeler. I admit, I tried to poke that juice one time. That juice poked me right back. Juice exploded all over my daggone Danger Mouse shirt. Walking around looking like Ricky at the end of Boys in the Hood. I said, never again.
Spot. This shit right here. There wasn't no car seats, no seat belts, no nothing. Just get in the car and sit where you gonna sit. Not only call CPS for this shit nowadays, you're going to jail. At the number 4 spot, not knowing where your kid's at. What did your mother say if somebody came to the crib looking for you? I don't know, they outside somewhere. We went where we wanted to go, we did what we wanted to do, but we knew one thing. Be back in that crib before the street light come on. At the number 3 spot, sending your kids to the store for cigarettes and beer. Not only would your mother go to jail, the store clerk would go to jail too, because he see a goddamn note that you could have wrote yourself, and he give you whatever you asked for. That's just the way it was back then, but if you try that shit right now, somebody calling CPS on you, and you going to jail. At the number 2 spot, easily could be number 1, whooping your kid ass. Not only would your parent whoop your ass back in the days, they'll whoop your ass wherever. Church, school, in front of the police, it did not matter. Nowadays, everybody getting your goddamn business just for raising your voice at your kid in public. And the kids know it too, and they use that shit as a weapon. Pack these kids up nowadays.
These new kids be trying to act like their parents is too strict on them. And baby, let me tell you something. If you got a millennial parent, they not that strict. If you want to see strict, you should have met our parents when we were growing up. Your parents right now actually take an opportunity to sit down and talk to you to figure out what's going on with your day, to figure out what's happening with you. Our parents wasn't going for none of that. Wasn't no talking, wasn't no conversation, wasn't no therapy, wasn't no anxiety when I was growing up. Hell, anything we did growing up was deemed disrespectful. We didn't have time to be anxious because we had to worry about if we was going to catch a shoe to the back of the head. Everybody I know right now couldn't even breathe hard after their parents said something. If your parents said something, you went, I heard that. Be disrespectful again. Like you heard what? Me living? Me taking in oxygen?
For Gen X, what is one life lesson that you had to learn the hard way?
All of them, all of them, all of them, all the lessons. We were encouraged to learn the hard way. Oh, no, let her stand on that. See what happens. I bet she won't do it again. No, let her touch it. I bet she won't do it again. I mean, sometimes we do it again. But if I had $1 for every time I heard, I bet she won't do it again, which is code for you're going to learn this the hard way, I would be so rich, draped in jewels and, well, I don't really like too much jewelry, but actually, I'm over 50. I'm in sweatpants. I'd have lots of sweatpants. I bet I could count on one hand the times I heard, no, don't do that. You'll hurt yourself. No. All of them. Every single lesson was learned the hard way in our generation. Our parents designed it that way. I was probably 8. I threatened to run away from home. My mom packed me a bag. You think you don't want to live here? Then go. Shut the door and locked it behind me. I was back in 4 minutes, crying at the front door. That's just the way it was. It made us tough. And we have a lot of, scars, probably. Physical and probably a few emotional ones.
If you Gen X, I bet your mama done whooped your ass with one of these. Let's talk about it. I'll be breaking down the top 5. At number 5, a house shoe. This shit was the original boomerang weapon. Any mom at that time could fling a shoe across the room and it'll find your head like GPS. Didn't matter if you turned a corner, ducked, or ran behind furniture. That bitch curved mid-air like it had Bluetooth aim. Well, coming in at number 4, the fly swatter. This shit wasn't just for bugs, it was also for bad decisions. That plastic sting was disrespectful. Wherever you got hit, it left that waffle print. And if that plastic piece came off, you got the deluxe metal ass whipping. Coming in at number 3, the belt. The classic, the OG, the national anthem of ass whippings. When the belt come out, you start reflecting on all your life's choices. Every parent had that one thick belt that whistled through the air before it made contact. Zzz, pat. See, some of y'all flinched just now. I saw it. Coming in at number 2, the switch. This one, they made you go pick it. Like they wanted you to participate in your own execution. Psychological warfare. Asking us to go pick our own switch is like asking the man on death row to choose his extension cord. And if you brought back one too small, they'll go out there and bring back a branch from the Amazon rainforest. And the number one thing Gen X parents use to whoop our ass, anything within arm's reach. All of these can be honorable mention. Remote, hairbrush, iron cord, Bible, phone cord, curling iron, extension cord. Hell, one time my mama threw the phone book at me, hit me with 400 pages of community listings. And that's why Gen X built different. Our discipline came in variety pack. We don't need therapy. We got reflex.
Why don't anybody ever come for Gen X? Shh. What? Gen X is basically a serial killer documentary. How? They seem chill and easygoing.
Until they're not.
What? Dude, they were latchkey kids in the literal serial killer era. Really? Just imagine an entire generation of Kevin McAllister. Who's Kevin McAllister? I hate you. Gen X are like grungy little Care Bears until you bug one. Then it's like swan diving into a pool of piranha. Okay. You know when someone says they were raised by the streets? Yeah. Gen X is the streets. Bruh, Gen X isn't... Isn't what? I was just saying that you... Nothing. Oh, my God. That was like... What? What the fuck?
5 things Gen X hates. Number 5, participation trophies.
Everyone gets a trophy.
We were raised in an era where failure was seen as a learning experience. You take your licks and you move the hell on. We roll our eyes at the whole concept of everyone wins mentality. Some people blame Gen X for this idea, but I'm pretty sure it was our parents giving it to the grandkids. Number 4, cancel culture. We grew up on a steady diet of rebelliousness and punk rock ethos. We appreciate accountability, but we're all pretty damn skeptical of the extremes of cancel culture and the lack of nuance in online outrage. Just move the hell on when you don't like it.
Get over it.
Number 3, unnecessary meetings and bureaucracy. Efficiency is key. We don't like meetings that could have been a damn email. Don't waste my time with a long, drawn-out process. Number 2, corporate micromanagement. We were latchkey kids, damn it, independent and resilient. We prefer the hands-off approach. We dislike micromanaging bosses and rigid corporate policies and workplace cultures that stifle individuality. Just ask me if I got my crap done and tell me to do it if I didn't. If I did, say thank you and move on. Number 1, overhyped trends and fake authenticity. We value authenticity and dislike anything that feels overly commercialized, performative, or insincere. This includes the whole viral manufactured trends and influencer culture and bullcrap that feels forced and fake. Just be you. Whatever the hell that is.
Gen X kids heard this stuff and just accepted it. Here are 6 things that made 0 sense. First, don't sit close to the TV. I sat close to the TV. My whole family was in all the other furniture. Where was I supposed to sit? You put my little rug in front of the TV. Clearly you wanted me to sit there. Although I am darn near blind now, so maybe I shouldn't have sat so close to the TV. Second, I will turn this car around. My dad said this all the time. So what? To go back where? To the house? I didn't want to leave the house in the first place. You're the one making me go to church or school or whatever. Turn the car around. Number 3, wait an hour after eating before you swim. We had a pool in Maine, which was hardly ever used because, well, Maine. And I remember having to sit there after my PB&J for an hour before I was allowed to swim again. Hey, you should follow me. I'm a Gen X kid who's still processing all of this. Number 4, You'll understand when you're older. The only thing I truly understand now that I'm older is that adults were winging it in 1984, just like I'm winging it in 2026. Nobody understands anything. Number 5, don't crack your knuckles or you'll get arthritis. I didn't really believe this one then, so score 1 for stupid me. And number 6, don't swallow your gum or it'll be in your stomach for years. This made sense to little me. No stupidity required.
2 things that Generation X did back in the day that would never fly today.
Beating in public.
Public beating.
Public beatings.
Like where you got drug out of a store.
Yes.
Like where your hands like up here in the air.
It's just beating the living bejesus out
as you're walking out of the store.
Or both.
I don't know if we should laugh about it or cry.
Well, we can laugh because it happened to us.
Do I have to take you out of here?
Also, beatings in a car.
I will take you to the car.
Yep, driving down the highway at 70 mile an hour with a cigarette in her mouth, beating you with the other hand.
She didn't care which one she got. Nope. Didn't matter who the guilty party was. Nope.
If one did something, we all suffered.
Let's talk a little bit about Generation X. The generation so terrifying they couldn't even give it a name. So Gen Xers were raised in a very interesting period of time. They were raised by baby boomers, so they knew a very older and maybe kind of feral way to exist and live their life. But then they were also old enough, so when the internet and a lot of new technology started coming out, they also knew a lot more. So they had this kind of ability to cherry pick the best traits of baby boomers and millennials, which makes them some of the most dangerous fucking people in the world. Most of the Gen Xers I knew either went to the military, went to rehab, or went to jail. That means the ones that are left are fucking survivors. So for as many changes in music and style and culture that you think you've been through, in the last 50 years, they've been through the most. Also, mental illness wasn't trendy back then. So any kind of mental illness that they had, they usually didn't get any treatment for it. So they had to learn how to cope with it themselves. Medications weren't as delicate or as effective back then. And that leaves you with some very fucking interesting people. Get yourself a Gen X friend, but they'll probably just tell you to fuck off.
Gen X off the hook. Why aren't we talking shit about those guys?
Because, sir, we will f you up.
And
we fought in real life, not on the internet. We are the last generation of feral children. We didn't have safe spaces. We didn't have trigger warnings. No one was allergic to gluten. We mind our own business. We are older than Google. We are not the bigger person. Leave us alone.
Millennials are childish, Gen Z is dark, and boomers are selfish, but nobody ever makes fun of Gen X on the internet, at least not enough. So I thought I would settle the score as a millennial and help out.
Shut up, bitch! Oh my God!